Hello, Sunshine. How are you? It's your dad here. Just thought I'd give you a quick tinkle to see how you were. Hope you're keeping well. Bye for now. Bye.
It is hard for people to understand disability. Many people don't because of several reasons. They have no time or patience with them, and deep down I believe that they never will make time because they are scared of getting too close to them. People don't know how to communicate with them and would have no feeling or care on how that disabled person would feel as long as they themselves are in good health. However, there are other people who have the very opposite attitude. When I was 9 years old, I began to have epileptic seizures. I felt that they began for me at the worst possible time of my life, although I realised there is no set time for seizures to start in anybody's life. When you become a teenager, those seizures can be torture, and it feels as though your teenage life has been taken away from you, especially when you are out with the lads and have become interested in girls but are too scared to communicate with them. What if I get a seizure? Would she panic and run away, or would she stay with me? I was always too embarrassed to tell anybody about this, and ashamed. Only a few people close to me knew about my seizures. It was at this stage that I realised how much of a loner I'd become over the years. There are two main factors that parents should always give their children, especially after a seizure: encouragement and reassurance. I believe that this can take a child or anybody with a disability a long way through life. Every Christmas we receive cards from the Mouth and Foot Painting Association where people paint in unconventional ways due to injury or disability. I've always found this amazing. The willpower and determination they have found within themselves, not feeling sorry, but to get on with life and not give up on it. My father never gave up on it. Hey everyone, welcome to Wheelie Blind, the podcast where we may need a Kleenex sponsorship. Or a Pam's one. These tissues are Pam's.
Yeah, Sam's done a lot of work to process her grief. Neve did none.
Okay.
I've had to disassociate slightly so
Good.
I don't just
No,
sit
me
here
too.
and sob.
Me too.
I'm Neve.
And I'm Sam.
And thank you for joining us.
Thanks for joining us after our hiatus.
Yeah, apologies.
Full disclosure, neither of us are in particularly good spirits. Mine isn't even related to today's podcast, but it does fit quite well into the general breakdown.
Yeah.
And I also got Neve sick, so she's going to be snuffling. But we're coming back really strong and positive with this kind of episode, so this is your reward for letting us wait for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Right, let's get into my script, because she wrote this one out. Okay, why am I shaking like I'm on stage? I feel like my father is like, sitting in the
He's
in the
listening.
seats being like, ooh. Tom grew up in small town Wales. He met my mother while visiting Aotearoa while she was nursing at the hospital where he was getting 3 litres of water drained from his lungs after almost drowning at the beach. Did you not know that?
No.
He had pleurisy.
What's he doing?
Yeah, he was swimming and he almost drowned.
Idiot.
Crazy man.
What's he doing?
I don't know.
Stop breathing underwater.
He got caught in a rip.
Wow, he really lived.
He really lived. He really lived. And thought he was fine, but every night he'd go to bed and he'd cough himself into oblivion, and eventually the people he was staying with was like, boy, you got to go to hospital.
Oh my god.
And then he had 3 litres of water in his lungs. My mum was like,
That's
okay,
so
Queen.
much water.
It's unbelievable. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. He was a fitter interner, which is like an engineer, basically. Loved trains and long walks. A dog person, was always hatching ideas for new short stories. He was an incredible woodworker. He made hutches for all my pet rabbits, wheelbarrows, birdhouses, and famously, dolls' houses out of wooden clothes pegs. He made the local news in his hometown the first time he did this. I found an article the other day from the 70s. It was so cool. He was often a stay-at-home dad or a self-proclaimed house husband. He'd play Barbies with me, sing musicals with me, Sound of Music was one of his faves, and was always there for me no matter what, proud as punch. When I grew up, I would send any specific custom furniture orders his way and he would make them for me. Tables to fit in awkward spaces, drawers for my makeup. He was always up for a yarn, always made me laugh or roll my eyes. He was one of my best friends. He, as the best of us do, lived with disability. It's hard for us to exist in a mid-sized city in 2026. I can't imagine how hard it would have been for him to receive an epilepsy diagnosis as a child in the small town in the 60s. My father taught me a lot about disability. Perhaps not explicitly, as I never spoke about my condition as openly as I do now while he was still alive, but through his actions, conversations, resilience, creative outlets. He died 4.5 years ago, suddenly, on my mother's birthday. He would have been 69 this month, 2 days ago at time of recording. I've invented traditions in the wake of his death, and they've been monumental in allowing me to process the grief. I write him a letter every Father's Day and make him a video on his birthday. This year I asked Neve if I could do something else, something with the space we have here. After the vulnerability of Pia's episode, I wanted to see how this would feel. I wish I could invite him onto Wheelie Blind as a guest to ask him personally about his experiences, to get a tri-weekly bi-weekly roundup from him, just to hear his voice again. Instead, we will do this. I want to give him airtime and to talk about how his life, disabled and otherwise, has shaped my own. What I have in my script here is, hey girl, tell me about Tom from your perspective. This is where I give you an in.
Give me a minute.
It's completely fine. Me too. ASMR of us pulling tissues out of a box.
Pam's sponsor us. Send us tissues.
We picked a really good time in both of our lives to do like one of the most harrowing episodes.
I mean, we might feel really good after this.
I'm hoping so.
Tom, from my perspective, was just the happiest little dad of all of the dads. And he was always just, anytime I got dropped off at Sam's place, he was always just out in the yard with your dog, and it kind of always pottering.
He was a potterer.
He never stopped pottering, and he was so lovely and gentle and just warm and welcoming, and yeah, just like couldn't fault him. Such a sweetheart, and he made me a little box.
Oh my gosh, he did. We used to play together. Did he put your initials on it as well?
Yeah. Just like him and I never spent much time together, but when I did see him, he always made such a point of asking how I was doing, and it was very clear that he actually cared.
Yeah.
And he always pronounced my name correctly.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I love it.
Neve.
Oh yeah, he did. That's how he used to say it.
Which, like, from a friend's parent was quite a big deal.
Yeah, especially because he could barely remember any of my friends' names.
Yeah. Like, he always just made me feel, like, special. And it was really lovely. Yeah.
He kind of had that. That was kind of his thing.
Yeah.
He just made you feel, like, heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to get him. I just realised he should be here.
Oh, jeez, God.
Sam breaks her knee. Oh, all right, here he is. He's a bit dusty. For those of you listening on audio, which is the only way that we present this. I do have some of his ashes in a little love heart, and I've asked if he wants to make an announcement, and he's right by the microphone. Dad, take it away. All right.
If you edit this and you hear something,
that would be amazing.
I'm going to vomit.
Oh. In grief, you hope that your love's going to transcend the rules of science, and you hope it's going to become those cliche moments in movies, or you're going to have that paranormal experience that you hear about other people having. And it's... His ashes did not talk into the microphone. He does not respond when I talk into the void if I'm driving or if I'm wearing his t-shirt or... And that's the worst part of it, is like I have so many ways to keep him here. And I talk about him. If you know me in real life, you know how often I talk about my dad, or like, because he's just flippin' awesome. It's the only way of coping, and I think it's the best way of coping, not that there's a good or a bad way to do it. But he still never talks back. And that's the worst part, that you can do all of this meaning making, like when I hear a train horn and it's him, or, you know, there'll be like his favourite food that'll come up in comment. Like, there would just be weird little things that I'll ascribe meaning to. I'm ascribing that meaning. He doesn't talk back. But anyway, if you're a medium, tell me what you hear.
Oh my
Is
God,
he
do we have any
participating?
medium audience?
That'd be sick. We should have put another chair out so he could be sitting here. But, I mean, he won't weigh much.
The makeup stool?
Yeah. He won't weigh much as a ghost, so we could, like, sit on the edge of the table or something, you know?
I feel like he'd, like, up on the bench maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking up on the bench or, like, maybe just lingering in the kitchen making a cup of tea the whole time.
But he's pottering.
He's pottering.
He's always pottering.
There's nothing else he would be doing. The times that I think he's visited me when I've been dreaming, he's always pottering.
Yeah. He was never not pottering.
Pottering always. So this is not going to be a long episode, but I just wanted to talk about him in this space with you, and it is, I didn't want it to be just about his disability because that's not all of who he was. It was actually a really small portion of who he was. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about him and then a little bit about his disability. I just have some bullet points that for some reason felt like cool to discuss. Cool, fun, exciting.
Cool fun. Are you having fun?
Are you having fun?
Are you entertained?
Welcome to the entertainment show. So I've been back to Wales quite a few times in my life. We went back not long after he died into his ashes with his family over there, which was really special, but it was really rushed and quite last minute, and it was the first time I'd seen all of my Welsh whānau in like 10 years. So it was very like, what kind of person are you? Not like, what do you do for work? You know, it wasn't like a getting to know your family visit. It was like, we're sad. What's your personality? We're going to go home now.
Yeah.
I went back by myself a couple of years later, which was a very special time, and solo traveling, highly recommend. But it was so interesting going back by myself. People really opened up to me. I really got some of the family gossip, and some of it was like real piping hot tea. And I won't go into it. I'm not going to blow up my family's genetic gossip. So they really popped off with me. I couldn't believe it. I felt so accepted into their Welsh realm. But one of my favourite stories, he worked at a railway as an engineer. It's honestly one of the most beautiful places in all of the world where he worked, this beautiful, huge mountain. I cannot convey how beautiful it is at the top of that mountain. It's unreal. My Auntie May, and my dad's Auntie May, she isn't our real aunt. She was like a best friend of my nine, so my grandmother. But she might as well have been family. She is the most incredible, lovely person. She's got to be late 90s now. She's just the most incredible, kind, sweet. She's just one of those people that you meet and you're like, oh, like heaven is based around the kind of personality that you have. Like, she's just one of the most incredible, lovely, kind people. She was kind of his father figure. I will be
your father.
I can't escape the George Michael. I really can't. The George Michael.
Be your preacher, teacher,
Anything you have in mind. Comment below what TV show that's from. She was his mother figure a lot of the time. So when he got his first job and he was making a paycheck, every week when he got his payslip or his money, he would go to Auntie May's house and he'd sit on the floor and he'd lay it all out, count it all out, put it away, put it in a suitcase. She never knew what he was, like, obviously he was saving for something. She didn't know, like, what it was for. She told me when I went back that he saved up enough to fly his cousin back to see her family in Australia and gave her all of his money so she could afford that plane ticket. Not a single cent was for him. And that was the first job he ever had. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Because you can't see me, I'm sitting here in stunned silence.
Yeah. There is, I don't know, I feel like that's a great anecdote just to...
It sets up
Yeah.
context of who he is.
Yeah.
Was as a person.
Yeah. My next note is that I do think that death and grief is also acknowledging that they weren't perfect. I think if we ignore all of the complexities of someone's personality in life, we do miss some of the important parts as well and things that impacted us. I do know now that I think I absorbed a lot of his struggles with his mental and his physical health. Again, it's coming back to this. We are impacted by what we see and experience. I learned a lot about how to care for people through how I cared for him. I did a lot of looking after my dad, which comes with quite long-term complications of how I view myself and relationships and the world. But I think there were some positives to that. Even little things like communication, for example. He had like quite a major brain surgery when I was about 7 or 8 or 9 to get part of his temporal lobe removed, which would ideally stop the seizures, but also you store a lot of memory in that part of your brain. So he lost a lot of memory. Hence my comment on him, like, remembering your name is crazy, because like he didn't remember most people's names. Yeah. So then how I would help him recall things, or how I'd communicate, because his processing was slower after that surgery. Things like that, I think, really helped me to shape my interactions with other people for my whole life. And I think it's benefited me in my job as well, especially with my students that are neurodiverse. I think from the very start I was confident talking to people that thought in different ways to me. So I think that's something I'm really grateful for. He wasn't oblivious to this. In fact, guilt was a huge ruling factor in his life, which is a trait that I've unfortunately inherited. His last ever word was sorry, which was, is horrifically sad, but I do think he'd be happy that that's his lasting sentiment. I think he'd be like, thank goodness I got that one out of the way.
He would have been really upset with himself if he hadn't said the sorry.
Yeah, with his last breath.
Like, I need to apologise. What an inconvenience.
He would have hated the fuss and the sadness and the everything that his desk. I understand it though. And I feel like you probably understand that as well. Yeah. And I think that's something that the three of us have in common. The three of us.
Hold hands.
Hold little bits of this internalization of guilt that is so hard to move past.
Yeah.
And I'd like to think that we're going to get there. You and I.
We're working on it.
And I think Dad was in a space by the end of his life where he didn't feel it in the same way. Yeah. As I think he was really happy for his last couple of years. Right, my segue from talking about that was that things weren't ever really easy for us. Like, although we kind of had a golden age for maybe the last 5-ish years of his life, give or take, where when I became an adult, it gave me much more an understanding of how to be a person and how to be a daughter, and we just became friends, and that worked so much better than a power dynamic. Like, we could negotiate it better, and he never ever put anything on me deliberately. He never did that to me. But for a lot of my life growing up, things were really hard. I remember a conversation we had when I was maybe 19. I was trying to think how old I would have been. I think about 19. Sitting on his and Mum's bed one afternoon, and we had this moment of finally, I think, understanding one another completely. We were coming out of a phase of tension and distance, and we sat down and realised how unwell the other person had been, how we were dealing with the same suffocating feelings, how we couldn't not forgive and love each other despite it because we totally and completely understood it. I'm so glad I had this chance to apologise to my father for the bratty child I was, because I was. My mum won't say I was, but I was. Before he died, I really had no idea he would leave me so soon. And I'm so glad that there was a moment where we sat down. It probably wasn't that long. I don't know how long that conversation lasted for, but just the second of us both reaching a point where we came out of the mental illness that we'd both been in. This was post our last flat, when I moved in with my family before moving out again. Yeah. And this kind of we've not been in the best place, either of us, and we've not been in the best place relationship-wise with our dynamic. That sucks, but it's fine. And we had a second of being like, we can put that behind us and we won't make that mistake again of both feeling like crap and then putting distance between us, because we're fighting the same battle, we're on the same side. And I really value that time as well. He did a creative writing course in 2006, and I currently have all of his stories in my possession. Amongst stories about cowboys or trains or piranhas, which are 3 things that he loved, the movie Piranha just got him so excited. He loved it. Flesh-eating fish, my dad's kind of thing.
Hell yeah.
Crazy. And amongst all of that was a non-fiction piece about disability. I'd never heard him be so candid about his condition before. That's what you heard at the start of this episode, slightly abridged to fit the context. I want to use it as a bit of a jumping off point for some discussion about disability and how unfortunately timeless so many of these feelings are within our community. Because that's what struck me about this piece was like, oh, we're all feeling like this, even if we're older and we're male and we have a different disability and we grew up in an entirely different country.
Yeah.
I've highlighted a couple of things. His thoughts at the start of, I believe people won't make time for people with disability because they're scared of getting too close to them. And I think that reflects the burden complex that you and I have of this. What am I trying to say? Like, being in a relationship with me comes with caveats. So
Yeah.
it's hard to accept that someone might actually like you for you and might actually want to spend time with you, because spending time with you is complicated.
Yeah, you could spend the same time with someone else without the caveats.
Yeah. And he felt that way too. Wow. Yeah. I was always too embarrassed to tell anybody about this and ashamed. Only a few people close to me knew about my seizures. And also, like, think about disability awareness. What is that like now? Like, if it's there, people have heard of disability. And
Kinda.
like, back then, can you imagine it? But, like, the crazy thing is that he wouldn't have been the only person dealing with a condition. Like,
There's the same amount of people who were disabled back then as there are now.
yeah. But just that feeling of like, shame and guilt and not fitting in, I think he expresses here, that feeling of growing up. I absolutely love when you're out with the lads. I also wanted to keep in the bit where he talks about, bless his heart, his structure was not the finest, and I did do some reworking to make this flow. But he jumps between...
Dunk on your dead father.
Sorry, Dad! You're a great writer. I love you so much. But my boy, what were you doing? You don't have a focus. You flick between like 4 different topics in this essay. Boy, come on. But one of the things he jumps to here with the parents should always offer their children encouragement and reassurance, which I thought was a really simple and beautiful idea. It shows the kind of father that he was to me, because he never wanted me to feel like he felt. I know he expressed that to me directly. And although things weren't easy because he was physically and mentally unwell a lot of the time, as was I, he was always there to offer me that. Always. One of my favourite... I have a tattoo on my arm, and one of them is a really wonky number 1, because he used to... Whenever he found out what my favourite candy was, he would like just buy it. He'd pick it up whenever he was at the supermarket and leave it on my bed with a post-it note. And like come home to candy. One time he wrote to my number 1 on like a bag of Skittles. So I have his wonky 1, and then one of the last cards he ever wrote me, I think it was a birthday card, and he said something like, "To my beautiful daughter who has great determination in her." Just this like constant belief in my insanity. He never ever made me feel like I disappointed him. And I made some ridiculous decisions, even when he was around. And from that card, I have one of the 3 X's that he signed it with, little kisses beside it. So,
Cool.
Never is not good. I have a segue question.
Okay.
What people have shaped your experience of disability? We have a podcast to host here.
Busy. Fuck off. Sorry, Tom.
Sorry, dude. So, yeah, I should have said that at the start of this episode.
Ask the question again. What was it?
I have 2 options. We can skip that one if you want, because I know what one you might want to say. Dad shaped my understanding of the world in so many ways, and my experience and perception of disability in so many ways. What people shaped your experience of disability, either for good or for bad?
That's a hard question.
I know it's hard. You could also keep it general, like
Yeah.
like teachers or...
Well, I think it's really interesting because I don't really feel like I didn't really conceptualize disability when I was younger.
Yeah, I agree.
It didn't happen until I was an adult.
What did disability seem like to you when you were a kid? When you thought of disability, what came into your head?
Wheelchair.
Yeah, me too. And that's literally all it is. It's a wheelchair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the symbol for the disabled toilet is a person in a wheelchair.
The symbolism, be strong with this one.
Yeah. And I guess people in my life instilled in me that you're just like any other kid, and you, like, it's not a big deal, and it's not a part of you, and it doesn't define you, and do everything in spite of it.
Yeah.
And it was kind of this thing to push down, and it was a huge win if you could get away with people not being able to tell. And that was reinforced by teachers and, you know, my peers. And yeah, it wasn't until I was an adult and I started spending time with other disabled people, particularly people with other disabilities, obviously other than Sam.
Hey.
We've been around.
Go.
But yeah, being around people with other types of disabilities and me feeling really comfortable sinking into identifying as disabled. And then, yeah, the people I have around me now at work who are also visually impaired, they have had a massive impact in that it can be something that defines me.
Yeah.
And that is powerful. And that's really fucking cool.
I love that.
Sorry, Tom.
Dad.
I genuinely felt like I was about to get told off.
I had that second, because if he was in the room, he'd be like, hey!
I know, and I'd feel so awful that I swore in front of him.
But it's so hard because we are potty mouths.
Potty.
So sorry, Dad.
It's so cool because not everyone has that. Not everyone has a disability and can let it be their driving force in life and let it make them so angry that they go out and they make change happen.
I'm so in awe of you right now.
Ah!
You are who I want to become.
I am blind, hear me roar. This is my fight song.
You get out of my house. Get out of my house right now. For those of you in the cheap seats, I have a
That's Sam's favourite song.
No, I have the biggest issue in the entire world with it. Nothing fills me with more rage than fight
What
songs.
is your issue with it?
It's just the stupidest, most cliched, childish, juvenile. Sorry, Rachel Platten. I think you're really hot and a great
She's
artist.
lovely.
But like fight song itself, I just something about it is also giving Katy Perry raw. Like it's giving stop. You got like
Ease to bite my tongue and hold my breath.
Yeah, like can we get some language features in here? It's so literal that it makes me want to throw something. You could have been like, I've been suffering and now I'm coming out of the ashes. Like give me some extended metaphor. Instead it's like, this is just my fight song. Okay, girl.
Take back my life song. Prove them all right song.
Oh, it's just so literal and
Hey Sam,
no.
I don't really care if nobody else believes.
Can you believe that I'm going through
Sam,
this episode about my dead father and she's bullying me?
because I've still got a lot of fight left in me.
Send help to 1234 podcast.
This is how I deal with grief. I bully the closest to me. The closest
Do you want to bully my father's ashes while we're here?
What song did he hate?
Not sure what he hated. He loved the H2O Just Add Water theme song.
I'm no ordinary girl from a deep blue underworld.
Loved it.
Pop off, Tom.
Would come into the lounge and dance whenever I watched that episode.
You're gonna make me
Loved
cry.
it.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, yeah. What were the points that you wanted to discuss? I've just gone full podcast mode again.
We're
Something's
back.
changed.
We've come back. We're 40 minutes in and
changed
we-
within me. Defying gravity.
You've had this whole new level.
I've been quite panicked this whole
She's
time.
been freed from the prison of her own mind.
Everything. The world's not ending. Turns out, felt like it was.
when you come out of an anxiety attack and you're like, whoa, the world isn't, like, I'm still alive. That's crazy. Like there's still functioning roads and it is.
I'm like literally planning out the rest of the day. Like, how do I cope? Because the world's ending. How do I prepare for the end of the world?
Yeah. Isn't it so crazy that, like, we still have fight or flight in our brains that makes us feel like we're dying?
I'm
It's like,
sitting at your kitchen table. Why am I in fight or flight?
yeah, like, I got an email from someone, why does my body think I'm being chased by a bear? Like,
Me every day at work. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I have at least 4 emails.
like, I see an email from a parent and I'm like, oh, this is where I die.
I see an email from a school. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's the equivalent of someone behind you with a machete is receiving an email sometimes. It's like, okay, good.
No, it's just like, oh, someone wants me to do my job.
yeah, God forbid. Jeez. My 2 points were, one, you talking about how people conditioned you to feel like conforming was succeeding is such...
It's a really nice, succinct way to put it.
Thank you. It's such a good indicator of, I think, where our society still is, and honestly is heading this way politically, or is there right now politically, more so than I think when we were growing up, where it's like conforming, being the same, being seen as normal. Let's be a hegemony. We have to all be the same because that is how we are controllable. Difference has always been so intimidating because people can't comprehend it. So, like, people trying to keep us safe as young people by being like, like, you're just like everyone else. You're just the same. I couldn't even tell you were disabled.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be a win. They're only saying that because they're afraid of being different like us. And you're right. One day I will also believe that being different is a strength. I believe that about other people. I'm just still getting there with myself.
And I fluctuate.
Yeah, it doesn't happen all the time.
But yeah, it's just, and this is something that's come up a lot for me this year, is just that, like, it makes me kind of weirdly smug to be disabled.
I kind of get it.
Because, like,
what do you
all
mean
you
don't-
non-disableds just will never get it. And
Like, you
how
guys-
stupid of you.
You have no idea.
Like, you're so dumb and
It's so
ignorant.
silly. What the heck?
Just alienating most of our audience.
Yeah, that's a good stuff. Let's just really piss them all off. What's up, Germany?
Thailand.
The other thing I really liked that you said was, this sounds very formal. The other thing I liked about, as per your above email, you being like,
Yummy.
oh my god, in spite of your disability, shouldn't be that it's not mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
One of my banging therapy sessions this week was my therapist being like, it's not in spite of, it's not what can't you do, it's I'm disabled and it's what I can do. And seeing it as like a yes and drama game from 2014, I was like,
The answer was yes and all
the answer
along.
was yes and to see that as like, yes, I am disabled, and it's not a caveat, like I think is a word I use a lot when we do these podcasts, but it's
But never say it when the microphone's off.
no.
Ever.
What is it because I like talk like I have a pencil up my ass and
Posh
really
it up a
fancy?
bit.
Yeah. People think
Is
I'm
there
smart.
a pencil in your butt?
That is the metaphor I used to use for fancy British people. I think it came from Silver Spoon, and then I just turned it into a pencil.
Right.
Which made, logical, I guess. Spitting true facts with language features. Anyway, that's the learning of like, yeah, I'm disabled and not disabled, but
Yeah.
I do have a disabled butt though. And she's big.
Oh, she a booty in the
Yeah,
hair.
booty.
Booty, booty.
Anyway, dead Dan. My last question for you before I wrap this up and we
Yeah.
can do the try weekly is, what's the sixth version of try?
Try.
What?
Try.
Is it like sex? Sextuplet?
Yeah.
Sex weekly.
Bi-weekly. Wait, if
Bi-weekly?
you're attracted to six genders, are you sexual?
I guess the famous six genders.
There's not two, it's not a binary, and it's not infinite, there's six.
There's at least six. It's better than two. That's an improvement. My question for you is, can you think of any disabled figures that inspire you? Sex weekly, bi-weekly.
Disabled figures.
People in IRL. People in IRL.
IRL?
People in real life. Or the
or like-
famouses.
famouses, or can there be like characters?
Totally.
Um,
Because one of them's my dad, but I don't know
Yeah.
if I have any others.
big time.
Yeah.
Why can't I think of anyone?
It's so funny thinking about famous people and being like, yeah, not many of them are disabled.
Yeah.
Wow, it really, representation do be low.
I think that recently I've been networking with a lot of people.
Oh, she's networking.
I'm not professional. No, I've just been hanging with a bunch of really cool other blind peeps, young blind people.
We love it.
And like they're all young, cool, hip people, so they're all posting on Instagram.
Yeah.
Why is that cool in my head now?
We're 20.
I've been doing it for the whole time. I remember when Instagram came out.
Instagram now with the new branding.
Is it? I haven't
They've
seen
just
it.
changed the font and it looks like Instagram, not Instagram. Thank you, shit you
They
should care
should
about.
change it to Instagram.
I'll show you. I have 3 finger zoom on my...
3 fingers weekly roundup.
God, it's hard to do this. You're amazing for doing this. See? Instagram. I kind of like it though. It's so derpy.
It looks like it goes, it's the glam.
Yeah.
That is lit. I just really love seeing young, cool blind people posting online, whether it's about... No, you know what? I love seeing young blind people posting online about their blindness and their life. I think there's so much on the internet and there's so much garbage. And I love that there is just this small community of young blind people sharing their lives online. It just feels like a really positive... I haven't stumbled across something on the internet in a very long time that's made me be like, like, what a lovely little cozy corner of the internet. And that just makes me really happy. It makes me really happy that, like, we're doing this as well, because it feels like we're contributing to that.
100% seeing someone who understands the very niche existence of a disabled person. It's not that niche, but it feels that way. It's so lovely and validating to see someone on that platform doing that.
Yeah.
Because social media is so unfortunately powerful, and I agree. The fact that we're contributing to that is really fucking exciting.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
I love it. So just shout out to all of you. You know who you are.
Disabled creators, please keep creating.
You
because
blind creators, keep creating. It's so good.
It's beautiful.
I
It's
love
so,
hearing
so,
your
so
thoughts
cool.
and opinions.
Yeah.
You make me want to do it too, so that we can all do it together.
Hell yeah.
Adorable.
So cute.
Oh,
I love it.
I love it.
All right.
What was your question?
That was my question. What
Okay.
disabled figures inspire you? And I
Okay,
agree.
yeah.
Like, I think creators is a really great answer for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah.
We're back to the script that I wrote.
Squipty whipty whip.
Because if we didn't have a script, this would be something else. Okay. Why am I stretching like I'm about to like...
Punch me in the face.
Yeah, I'm getting ready. Okay, let's wrap it all up. In amongst the chaos and sickness, the persecution and anger, Tom never stopped being curious, adventurous, kind. He was the silliest man I ever knew and didn't take life too seriously. I weirdly feel like I'm rereading my speech at his funeral. This is bizarre. I felt like I was writing that when I was doing this too. Let's not go back to that point in my life. He had empathy for everyone and everything, every demographic that maybe he didn't even quite understand, but still supported every injured creature he would find in the garden and try to save. When I explained to him what transphobia was, he vehemently rejected J.K. Rowling and the series we had loved reading and watching together for my whole childhood. He was like, I explained it to him and he was like, what is transphobia? And I said, this is what trans is, this is what transphobia. He said, that's not okay.
Oh,
Wow, it's really that easy. Guys, let's boycott Harry Potter. Let's
That's not
absolutely
okay.
stop. Let's stop.
he ate with that.
He ate with that.
That's not okay. Full stop.
Done.
Love Tom.
Done. Thank you, Tom. He remained positive, always chased and chose peace, loved creating things, was just silly and hilarious. He would put towels over his head like wigs and then parade through the lounge and put on a voice just to embarrass me and to be like just the craziest, weirdest things that would make him laugh and make other people laugh. Just weird jokes that don't quite land, but you laugh because they're funny and weird. That's just what he was doing all the time. These are all things I learned from my wonderful, insane, sweet old Welshman. There is so much I wish we could have done together, discussed, learned, become, but I know that he did achieve peace after a difficult and tumultuous life for a good few years before he died. I take comfort in knowing that Dad overcame his demons before the end came.
I'll try and stop crying. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you for letting me sit with it with you.
God. Everyone's gonna think I'm such a wanker. Why am I crying so much more than you?
Because I've cried so much over this.
I don't deal with death. I ignore it until it comes up.
It's okay, I just cry when we're not recording.
Okay, I'll cry while we are. Because this nose situation is really lovely to listen to, I'm sure. No, I know when you brought up doing this episode, you spoke about how it was because I expressed to you that doing the pear episode felt really cathartic and really, really good and like kind of exactly what I needed, and I wasn't expecting that at all. That's not why I did it. And I really hope that you get some of that catharsis that I got from doing the pear episode. And thank you so much for sharing this stuff with me.
Thank you for letting me share. You always are so happy to hear about Dad, but I'm like, here's an anecdote. You are always...
I love hearing about him. Anytime I see a leak at the supermarket, I think about him.
Get in. Yeah. Thank you so much for letting me use this space for this, which probably isn't the most gripping or educational, but it's...
Y'all better still be listening to this one. This one better do better than the dating one.
Yeah, there's no clickbait for this one. Y'all are sick. We saw those
yeah,
stats. We know.
Yeah.
We know what y'all are doing.
We know what you were thinking. Creeps.
Yeah, he's also just like so. It's like a celebrity. I'm like, he's so cool. I want everyone to know about this person.
Yeah, honestly.
So to do this here, where it's gonna go further than just like my dining room.
Yeah.
I just want everyone to know how incredible he was, because that should
really
be.
Was.
I wish y'all
cool
knew.
guy.
If you are someone that knows us and ever met Tom, you are so goddamn lucky.
And that's the thing, everyone loved him.
Everyone loved him. Or maybe they didn't, they just haven't told me, which is how it should be.
But like, just like, everyone was like, yeah, what a cool, weird little guy.
Yeah. And I was the only one lucky enough to be his daughter.
Yeah.
And there's not a day that goes by when I'm not grateful for that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tri-weekly, bi-weekly roundup. Do you want to start?
Yeah, I can
Oh
start.
gosh, we're getting sweaty.
I know, sorry, I'm like so
No, it's fine,
sweaty.
it's so warm
I've got
here.
the alcohol sweats.
Oh goodness me.
Drinking's the fucking word.
We are going to do a drunk one at some point, but we're just trying to pick our
Not
time.
yet. I
because,
drank
like,
last night, so I need at least 2 months off.
Yeah, and I don't think I've had a drink in like 6 months, and it's been great. So.
It hits so hard. Oh my goodness. I don't know how I used to do this all the time. Right, mine requires some work on my phone, so maybe pause recording for a second and I'll find it. Sorry, I should have done this.
Your head shape is completely different.
I know, it's very crazy. He didn't cut too much off the top, I told him not to.
It looks
but it's
so
mostly the sides.
Alright, we're just up to the tri-weekly, so
Okay.
we're almost done.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna play this. I can't remember exactly where the spot is, but you'll know.
Okay.
The context here is I watched The Middle all the way through, which is a very, very good sitcom, and I started doing a rewatch immediately and then got sick of it. But it's such a good show. I remember watching like the first and second season when it was on TV back in the day, but like, man, I love a sitcom so much.
Fierce.
Context for this little clip that I'm going to play you is basically the mum's elderly father needs to retake his driver's test.
Okay.
And what he comes out with is just the funniest thing ever.
Okay, I'm ready.
And I'm going to play it for you now.
Let's go.
Please enjoy. I'm just going to hold it up to the microphone.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. How many feet do you have to signal ahead of turning? 50, 75, or 100?
50. 70. 100.
Right.
You got that one locked.
When you see a pedestrian using a white and red tipped cane, they are usually
A gay. But what do they want to be called these days?
it's a blind person.
Blind and gay? It's gonna be tough.
Straight face. Oh my god.
I've never felt so seen.
Oh, that was so worth it. That was amazing. What's the quote? Blind and gay? That must be tough.
It's gonna be tough.
That's gotta be tough. Oh, that's so good.
But then the other thing related to that is 10 business days and my glasses should be ready.
And then we should do a full episode on your glasses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. Should we do it in the car?
Yeah. Why don't we do a live why don't we always say live stream? We're never gonna live stream. We should do an episode just of me teaching you to drive with the glasses.
Carcast 2K26.
Okay, 26.
Yeah. Lit. Lit.
That's I'm so excited for you. I can't wait. Stay tuned to see what the glasses are and what the situation is.
Oh!
What happens.
Look out for me on your roads.
Yeah, there's blind people driving. Did you guys know that? You should be so scared. Oh my gosh. My one is simply that I'm about to create. I have recently had a spare room appear in my house, and I am going to create the craft room of my dreams. I'm going to decoupage. I feel like I said that wrong. The table that Neve and I carried off the street about 6 months ago.
Oh, it's shaped like a jelly. No, a kidney bean.
Yeah, a bean.
A bean.
A bean of some kind. And I'm
A teardrop.
I can't wait to craft the shit out of my life.
It's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be so good.
I can't wait to come over and craft.
Anyway, thank you for being here. If you've made it this far, that is crazy that you listened to an entire episode about my deceased father. But
as you should, and we're all so lucky
so lucky.
have all of this. I can't wait to go back and listen to this one whenever I need to.
To have a wee soul.
Some
catharsis.
This is gonna be
Yeah.
just knowing that I can jump on Spotify and listen to that
Yeah.
voicemail.
This is an accessible podcast. Thank you, Neves, for letting me do this. Thank you, Dad, for being a co-host. You didn't say much.
Rude.
But yeah, maybe in the future there'll be some kind of technology that we can buzz him in.
That'd be lit.
Yeah, when that happens, we'll get him on as a guest.
Yeah, so stay tuned.
So stay tuned for that. Until
long
then,
tease.
stay fruity. That's not the right podcast. Until then,
Stay disabled.
Stay disabled.